sit down.
For our agenda work session, we are attempting to set the agenda for the November 12th, 2015 regular council meeting. Janet, if we could have a roll call, please.
Mayor Lambert.
Here.
Vice Mayor Griffith.
Here.
Councilmember Cagle.
Here.
Councilmember Manning.
Here.
Councilmember Stoll.
Here.
Interim City Manager.
Here.
Excuse me, Williams. City Attorney Hall.
Here.
All right, looks like under old business, we have item A would be ordinance 998, a public hearing for that ordinance. It is before us tonight in our regular council meeting. On the first reading, potentially, we would have the public hearing, item A, under old business next time, and then item B would be second reading of the ordinance itself. And that is, again, something I'm sure we will talk much more about tonight during the regular council. Unless someone just has a burning question or comment, we'll move to the next item. Okay, item C will be ordinance 999. Again, before us for second final reading, potentially next time. And again, we will, I'm sure, hear more about this during the regular council meeting. Diane, do we have anything we will say at this point?
No, this is just where we're doing after the road.
Okay. All right. If there are no comments or questions about that, we will move to the items of new business. An unnumbered ordinance before us for first reading in regard to the issuance of beer permits. This is something that we had talked about twice recently. One with the Walmart issue, where we granted a variance because technically the store was too close to residences according to the current ordinance. And then again with Save a Lot. So we had asked the city attorney to look at this and draft a change, and that will be before us for first reading next time.
The biggest issue I had with the beer permit for the residents was the fact that where it was placed in the form to fill out.
Application
Yeah.
on.
One thing to the guy back there at the city green and take something.
So we'll have opportunity to potentially change the ordinance, change the application, all of the above. We could potentially make other changes as well, if we wanted to. But that, again, would be before us for first reading next time. If there are no other comments, we'll move to item B, an unnumbered resolution in relation to the CDBG sewer infrastructure grant.
Amanda will address this, Amanda will do the grants and stuff, so Amanda will address this.
Okay. I know we have already applied for what essentially is a sewer grant. I think it's probably getting pretty close to finding out whether we're gonna get it or not.
Typically this time of year, anytime between now and the end of November, typically we'll start finding out the grants for sure.
That she says it's for rank campaigns, yeah, so it's
Okay.
that.
All right.
This is the grant we're gonna turn directly over to WWTA.
I believe that's the case. I can't remember exactly, but it's how it was.
Joint effort between us, the county, and WWTA.
Yeah, I believe the way the grant program was set up, I think somehow the WWTA could not apply for it. So we had to apply for it, and
I think what it was too, Mayor, is I think they'd already applied for one in the county, and they received theirs, so they couldn't apply again. However, they could use this if we applied for it.
okay. All right. It looks like item C is going to be something Councilmember Manning has asked to be placed on here. Discussion of the deadline for the submission of agenda items.
Let me say something that way.
Sure. Go
Okay,
ahead.
what this is about, I was talking to, one of the employees today, and, well, they have more time to get the agendas ready, we got other stuff they gotta do, and, they have it turned in a week before the meeting on Thursday. And, that way I'd give her a week, or him a week, every does all of it. And that way, or two council members can go ahead and put something on there, or the mayor, that's what it used to be. And that's what this is about.
What is the, I know we changed it not too awful long ago, what is the current guideline? Anyone refresh my memory?
It used to be a week before. We never did vote to change it, I remember when they voted to change it.
For some reason, I'm thinking Friday before the meeting, the following Thursday. For some reason, that's why I'm.
7 days before.
Well, it's seven.
Thursday. Later, like I said, or two council can ask stuff during those last.
Okay. So really, it sounds like it might just be an issue of us. All of us just needing to get our stuff in more time.
But any kind of emergency, you know, they can do it, anybody can do it. Or mayor, or two council members, or somebody else can do it. Emergency, yeah.
Gotcha. All right. Any other comments or questions, anything? All right. Item D is going to be discussion of restroom issues at Camp Jordan.
Mr. Barnes, would you like to address that?
Yes, sir.
I'm not here today to ask for money, but we've got some bad issues. I sent some pictures to Mike. I've got some people looking into what it'll cost us to fix it. But quite frankly, the worst thing we got out there is some of the restrooms. Some of them have been fixed. We're getting a new one as soon as we get the grant. That's super. As soon as the Wood Brothers finish up, the new one there, that's super. The one up on the hill is not too bad, but the one down between the fields, inside the fence down there, it's horrendous. And I went down and looked at it, and what has happened is they put metal around it, and it's rusted all out around the where the sink is. So I'm just going to go forward and try to get it fixed as soon as I can, and I just want y'all to be aware of it, that we were working on that, and there should be enough money in what we're spending for our grounds down there to be able to take care of it. I just want you guys to be aware of it.
Is that the one that's been leaking a lot?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, it's just a mess.
The same concession stand, or same restroom there that is having trouble with the roof leaking, is that what you're talking about there also?
No, that's another one. We've got to replace the roof down there because the roof is leaking. That's the one over behind the old soccer facility that the Woods Brothers fixed up. And then they can't finish up fixing it up until we can get the roof fixed. We got to go in and we're going to put new wood on it because it's rotten. And the water is draining down into the bathrooms, and every time they painted it, the paint just ran right down the wall and rolled out into the bathroom, so they can't seal everything off yet. So that's something else we need to do. It's just at the point that, you know, I mean, that's going to be the off-season stuff we look into.
How about the roof on the one on the hill?
The one up on the hill
Yes, sir. I went in there the other night and it was raining.
is wet there too.
Wet my feet or the roof, but it ended up being the roof.
Well, let me stop. I'm sorry, Councilman Cagle. We usually go by what Hal Duncan says on that restroom. That's Hal Duncan's restroom. Okay, all right, so Hal usually tells me when it's dirty, it needs to be fixed up. But yes, we're trying to. I had somebody that has done tournaments out here for a long time. Well, I don't mind saying is the NSA World Series comes here one year, the BPA comes the next year, and Hugh Cantrell has owned that for years. And we go back to 1988 when I was with the paper and I would cover the events. And when NSA came in this year, he didn't have it out there. And I finally started pushing and pushing and pushing, and I finally got somebody to tell me that he walked in the restroom out there and said, we're not going back out there. Well, I assured him that I'm gonna get the restrooms fixed up, and, some of it's just old. It's just time, to fix up. But I just want y'all to be aware of it. I'm not asking for more money, and my budget's fine, but it is gonna be going on, and we're gonna try to get it fixed.
You're going to fix it.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
All of them, just one.
I'll plan on trying to fix every one of them, Councilman, and have them ready to go by next fall season. We've got 188 teams coming this weekend. Next weekend, we've got over 200 teams coming, then we're done. But these are what they call college showcase tournaments, and coaches from all over the nation come to them. Nobody cares who wins the game, they just play 6 innings, and, so one of the divisions an ASA qualifier, but we have 4 of those now a year where we get between 150 to over 200 teams that are college softball showcase tournaments, which,
Just out of curiosity, how many of those teams are actually coming here to the city of East Ridge instead of the city of Chattanooga?
we're doing an economic impact study that Dr. Leggett is doing. And Dr. Leggett sometime in January will present y'all the study, and I think you will be tickled to death how much money is coming to East Ridge.
No, I'm just asking how many of those 180 and 200 teams are actually going to be playing in East Ridge versus how many of them will be playing in Summit?
Oh,
Downtown.
we're gonna fill ours up. Yeah, we'll fill ours up, but they'll also be playing correctly. All 188 aren't here. Roughly 50 of them will probably be playing here, and we'll start at 8 o'clock on Saturday morning and play till about 10 o'clock at night.
Just out of curiosity, how much money have they paid to the city of East Ridge?
Who?
To Camp Georgia, to the city of East Ridge, these teams, these 2 tournaments?
These 2 tournaments, they average bringing in, Kim, around $3,000? Around $3,000 every time they come.
Okay. So around approximately $3,000, actually, that's money that comes directly to the city, that's not
Yes, sir.
talking about gas tax and
No, that's,
hotel and all that stuff.
for example, this weekend, the teams couldn't find rooms out here because we have two hotels that's filled up by the
Yeah,
hooch.
by the
Yeah, by the
hooch.
head of the hooch. We have 2 hotels that are filled up because of what's going on down on the Tennessee River out here.
Okay, so these 2 tournaments right here, and this is where I'm going with this. So these 2 tournaments right here bring in approximately $3,000 each
Correct,
for a total of approximately $6,000.
correct.
So what'd you say, do you have any estimates on how much to make repairs to that restroom facility?
Not as of yet, but I mean, I'm working on that. What I've done is ask a guy that was in the cabinet business that no longer is, to see if we could work it out to where we could buy the parts and he could come out here and fix it for us. That was one, but we're gonna get prices from different people, and we'll get prices on the materials as well.
In the cabinet business?
He used to be in the cabinet. We're gonna have to build cabinets around because the pipes are exposed, and what has happened now, this metal around it, I've got the pictures on the phone, I sent them to Mike. Did I send them to you, Mayor?
Yes, I did see them.
Okay.
I thought it would be a plumbing issue, that's the reason why I said in the cabinet business.
Well,
I
it's-
thought it was a plumbing issue.
No, everything, well, there is plumbing issues. There's plumbing issues too, but the cabinets and everything are in metal, and they're all rusted out
Send them a
around.
picture, you got them, send them a picture.
Oh, well, I see, did I send them to you too?
I've got
Or
one.
mine?
Larry got it.
Did you let it get, okay.
I don't get all the emails, I can let them.
Oh, I won't leave you out. I'll make sure that you got them. But, yes, to answer your question, we've got $50,000 in our field maintenance. And, that's what we use for chalk and dirt and stuff like that. And we'll try to put that in as far as that. And then I've killed a couple of projects that we wanted to try to do this winter because we gotta do this first.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, while you're up there,
While you're up
I want to
there.
ask you, this grant's money we got for the park, we're supposed to build another walking track and put the bathrooms in, all. Where's that at? Haven't seen anything going on with that.
Well, we talked about, was it 2 weeks ago, Mike, that we talked about the fact that Amanda came down here and said that we had to swap something over because, do you remember that, how we had to change up how we were When we hired Reagan Smith,
Do we have to go back and talk about redoing the contract?
Yes.
Of that.
because we couldn't hire directly the engineer, it had to come through the grant, I think was the difference on that. And I'm just waiting on Amanda to call me and tell me it's ready to go, and we hope to get it done so we can get it finished by the spring. That bathroom, just like tonight, we're having, Shauna's already cooked 680 hot dogs tonight. Tonight's we have our football bonfire, and we feed all the little football players and cheerleaders and all that out there. And, something like that would be, a restroom setting there would be really good, and we've already got a restroom coming. So I think that'll help that, but
So, do we have to apply for the grant again, or what?
no, we've got the grant.
We've got
the check.
What's the holdup on?
I guess, Councilman Gravett, it's been about a year ago since we went up and got that check in.
No, it was.
November or December, it's December.
No, it was February or January or February,
Is that when it was, January, February? I know it was during cold weather.
because, Mr. Hyde and Mr. Glonsky came over, I think, also.
I think, and if my memory serves, I think part of it was the city of East Ridge needed to be mentioned somewhere
Right.
in it, and it was left out. And so basically, we just had to change
Deal
the wording.
directly with the engineering firm rather than engineering firm dealing directly with the state. I think
Yes,
it was. So
yes, that's what it was.
Correct that, yeah.
So that's all we directed.
Yeah.
We're just waiting on, we're ready to go. Ready, whenever they tell me to go, I'm ready to go.
Who's supposed to tell you, ready to go?
Amanda, I
We
guess.
got the money we need to get.
Is that our Amanda?
Our Amanda, yes, sir.
Check on that line.
Okay.
I know somebody else said something?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
The pavilion over here, who is responsible in repairing that thing? Since that tree fell in the back, I don't know.
We're responsible for repairing it.
Or the building maintenance.
Well, our insurance company should cover that, and when that failed, Byron went out and took pictures of it, so it needs to be fixed.
Yes.
That was donated by the county, and Curtis Adams got all that donated. We don't charge anybody to use it because of that.
Yeah, well, what's the holdup on it? It's been since when? January, February?
I thought that happened in June, am I wrong? Didn't we have the high winds and the,
It's been a while.
yeah, I think it was June, I'm pretty sure, but yes, it needs to be fixed.
All right. And how about the playground down at the park? The 3 items that I mentioned to you a couple of weeks ago, have you checked?
Yes, I have. I talked to the gentleman with the company, and he's taking care of it, said he's got 2 new parts coming, and we need to start replacing batteries in the little thing where kids do the different things and all that.
Again,
Yes, we got to replace batteries more on that, and I've got a man in charge of taking care of the playgrounds as well. Billy, who used to be in codes, he goes around once a month, checks everything, and then he fills out a report for TML, and we have them there every time they need a problem, we take care of it.
okay, the
On that
background
base.
out there, that exclaimed that Woods Brothers have already remodeled, painted.
Yes, sir, that's on the backside.
Okay, but I understand you've got faucet problems and plumbing problems out there with that we're fixing to have to redo.
No, I think that's all fixed.
All right, in our expense, or at Wood Brothers' expense, it seems to me like.
If there's, Mr. Cagle, if there's a problem in those new restrooms, where they redone the restrooms there, then the Woods Brothers will repair those.
Okay.
I didn't know we had a problem in those restrooms.
I was told we had a problem down there with waters wouldn't shut off.
Okay. I will definitely have the Woods Brothers look at
Bill was
that.
gonna go back and do the old style water faucet where you twist them off instead of,
Oh, yes, we've already done that. Yes, they put on the automatic, yes. I need to check into that and see, because it was just done this week. And see if it was done at our expense. I'm pretty sure Bill met him over there, about 99% sure Bill met him over and they took care of it that way. But, no, you don't ever need, if I'm dead and gone, y'all don't ever let anybody put those automatic water faucets anywhere, because they're a problem more than they are good. I mean, it's okay if you got one inside a restroom in here. When you got people just one right after the other going in, it's nothing but a problem.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, sir.
Well, one of the reasons why I probably disagree with you on those automatic things, simply because you get a little kid coming in there and they turn it on wide open, and then they leave. They forget to turn the water back off. Or vandalism, you get a kid going in there, and I've seen it happen, they stop up with that gum drain pipe, the drain just for meanness and turn it on so it'll flood. But anyway, one other thing, my barber's complained to me about this, and you know, I try to keep my barber happy. For obvious reasons, but he's complained about the lights on the backside of the walking track have been out for a long time. And now that we're getting into daylight savings time, it gets dark, earlier in the afternoon, and it stays darker later. He was wondering, could you not get those light bulbs replaced?
That's what we've been doing this week.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, the sad part about all this is everything you're saying, I know is wrong, but it's a matter of trying to get time to get somebody to fix it and stay under overtime and all that stuff. And, and then basically we try to get all this stuff caught up whenever we have our last outdoor event and we start into indoor soccer, because then I've got all my guys that can work all winter to try to get that stuff done. And then, and to be honest with you, Byron's been staying covered up too. Not as bad as it used to be, but Byron's been staying covered up. So yes, all this stuff, and then we've got more stuff that needs to be done out there that I've got on this.
I have one other item.
Yes, sir.
That air conditioner we voted on here a couple of weeks ago, has that been resolved?
The air conditioners, which air conditioners? You talking about the air conditioner we got to put in the new pavilion, or?
No, sir, what down at the arena, where we came in and voted for, what's the name of the company, Hiram?
Where do we stand on that, Mr. Attorney?
But we passed a resolution that we could order directly from
Train
instead
That
of
we were
Allen.
going- that we were going to open up a charge account and go purchase things.
That's another Amanda question. I'll be more than happy to get in touch with her in the morning. But she handles all the stuff on our grants. I'll be more than happy. I'll text her here in a minute and see if I can get an answer from her. But she handles our grants, and she's the one that's dealing with them.
But this didn't have anything to do with Griff. This has to do with us going and purchasing the units, and then the other gentleman coming back and putting them in.
Diane, did we get where we're okay yet to buy directly from Train? We've been okay financially? So we have an account now? So we have an account with them, so I'm sure we've ordered it.
You sure you would order?
Well, if we've got an account, if we got a PO order or anything, you noticed?
Not that I know of. You need to talk to Amanda. Amanda's overseeing.
Yeah.
But I do know we have an account with it.
If we've been an account to Councilman, I believe that that's just been established this week.
Probably in the last 2 or 3 days.
And if you don't mind, Council and Mayor, while we're on the subject of the restroom stuff, I had a meeting this afternoon with the Woods Brothers. One issue did come up about the restroom. They had just done the work on the paint and stuff, that the roof was leaking and the roof needed to be replaced. As soon as that gets replaced, they'll go forward and finish it out. I also today, during that meeting, the new pavilion that's being built, I suspended operations on it. The reason being is the steel for the upper uprights was not supposed to come in until next week or the week after. During that time, the light show was started. The light show was actually waiting on them to move some of their equipment out of the way so they can continue setting up for the light show. So I told them I felt like it would be best to just suspend that operation until after the light show so they can continue then. So they're going to hold off on ordering the steel until that time, and then they'll go forward. That way the steel's not sitting out there corroding in the weather.
Since you mentioned that, then, how about them finishing down the park? Last time I talked to them about 2 or 3 weeks ago, they told me 7 to 10 days they would be out there.
I think we're at a point now where, with council permission, I'd like to go ahead and go forward and tell them I think that it's time that we start repairing the dirt that's down there and start smoothing it back out. I think that they've had a significant amount of time to get the dirt that they needed for their project. I think that we've been more than, we've honored our part, if you would. I think it's time for us to really start repairing. The power board still has to come in and drop the power hose at the expense of MPL. So there's still some things that has to be done. So that may have to wait till the LISA, of course, too.
I know we've been discussing about the dirt for the whole time they started. Every time you talk to them, they say, promise you in 2 weeks, it'll all be gone. I've heard that since it started.
Let me say this on the two questions you asked me, the one that Amanda's involved with. I will be more than happy to get in touch with her first thing in the morning, see where we stand on those projects, and shoot an email to Mike, and Mike can forward it to every member of the council and the mayor and find out. And any time that y'all have a question, at any time for me, all you gotta do is contact me, because I'll be more than happy to get you your answer as quickly as possible. I might need to go down and see Mr. Gravis' barber. I might need a haircut here in East Ridge.
Here's the barber shop.
Do what now?
I know a place that does that.
I wouldn't have an idea. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Scott. All right. Mr. Manning, do you have anything else?
Not right now.
Mr. Cade?
No, sir, not this time.
Mr. Crabtree?
No, sir, thanks.
I don't have anything else at this time either. And with that, we will adjourn this meeting. In 3 minutes, we will start the next meeting, regular council meeting.